Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Spartan. Today we're going to start the series up for Empyrion. It's a great game. I've only been able to experiment with the game for a few days, but I learned a lot from a buddy of mine, Old Crow Express. He has it, and he rented a server, and I've been playing on that server with him. So right now we're going to take a crash landing and hopefully get pretty close to this iron node over here, somewhere in between there. What was this other node that I saw pop up? Cobalt. Nice. Alright, so a little bit of everything. We'll kind of crash here into this spot. Looks like a good place to crash. Nice to see all of the resources all around us. Alright. So I'm pretty excited about this game. As you know, my channel is geared around 7 Days to Die. Survival games, you know, and this is probably one of the closest games to 7 Days to Die that I have played. The biggest part is the fact that you can terraform, you can mine, you can do most everything that you can do on 7 Days to Die. So we're going to get our start here somewhere in between these two nodes, a good spot. Let's see where we can stick our constructor. Kind of like to find ourselves an open area. Boy, I'm pressing E. So used to 7 Days to Die and that action button being E. Oh, magnesium, nice. So there's a lot of resources here close by. Most of the settings are set to pretty easy. I think I bumped up something. I'll have to look and see what it was that I actually did bump up. So I learned from playing on the server with Old Crow that these are passive animals, and when you shoot them, they'll try to run away. Is a good way to get meat, though, to kill these things off. Most things are passive. There will be some aggressive creatures here on the planet. And of course, there are enemy bases that you can attack, and those enemy bases are heavily defended, both with guns and with people, aliens inside. So I guess without wasting any more time, I'm not going to find a much better spot. I was kind of grabbing up all the resources that I saw so we have something to eat, munch on while we're getting all set up here. Plenty of berries and whatnot. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the place that we set up our base. Let's see what kind of open area this is out here. What it might look like on this area close to the water. We kind of want to be close to the water based on the little experience I have. So we could make a nice base out here. We could actually go out on that island and make a base out there. So let's just set up our constructor right here, and let's dump over our resources into that constructor. Alright, you can have a couple grow plots that we started off with here. That's nice. Some explosive devices. You know, I have this chainsaw, but I don't think in my whole time on the server over the course of a few days I ever used that for anything. So looks like that's pretty much all that I can put in there for now. I think we need this biofuel for our drill, which is essentially the auger on 7 Days to Die. They don't have an auto sort feature that I am aware of, which would be very nice if they did. So we have a little bit. Oh, first thing I need to do is take my helmet off because I can breathe on this planet. Let's see here. What's the first thing I need to do? Let me see. We could, let's click on all, make sure the filters are off. Okay, so this thing can cook as well. I didn't realize that the starter thingy could actually cook anything. Okay, well we need meat. So we can use this to eat here in a short. Tell you what, I'm just going to stick everything in here, kind of clear out our inventory. Not everything, but most things. Keep these antidote pills on us just in case, or keep the small med kits on us. Minor cores. The one thing I learned about this is that you have those and that's it. You don't really get more of those, so you have to be very careful. I don't know at what point. I never made it in the few days that I did play, so I do not know at what point you get more of those, but I never found any. So these are for the auto miner that you can build once you give your skill points out. Good little ways away from where we're at now. Well, food is going to be a priority. Starting out here, a clone chamber. You know, we can make one of those eventually so we can respawn here. Just looking through the base tab, see what it is that I might be able to make right now. A food processor. We could absolutely use one of those and a large constructor. But the first thing I need to do, let's take our drill, and we might as well go on over to where the iron is here. Drill a little bit, get some cement as well as the iron. Of course, we have iron in our constructor, but I just thought while we're trying to get some cement, we could dig down a little bit and because we're going to need those. We're going to need those cement blocks. Oh, promethium deposit. Excellent. That's a decent sized deposit as well. Okay, did I run past it? No. So I'm all confused now with the different nodes popping up. All right, I'm very confused. Where is that? Did I run the wrong way? Oh, I was right above it. Okay, so I just needed to look down. So here it is right here. Alright, so. And the only, or I say the big disadvantage to this drill is that you have to manually pick up any of the blocks that fall on the ground, the resources. The second level drill that we'll get at some point in the game actually picks that up automatically for you. It's kind of a big advantage. It saves you having to hit the key over and over and over to get more, to pick more up. So just like that, you can pick it up. So we're going to make this a little bit larger. This is going to be our source of blocks here. Eventually, of course, we'll need this iron as well to make some steel blocks and some other things. A lot of other things, actually. We're going to take iron. So if you don't know anything about this game, it's an excellent game thus far. Still in alpha, much like 7 Days to Die. Though it is one of those games in alpha that they really have come a long ways, and it feels like a complete game, though I know it's not. I know one complaint that I read before I ever even purchased it were, oh, there are only 12 planets. Well, Old Crow had looked that up because he rents a server for the game, and he said you could add in, just like you would mod the XML files in 7 Days to Die, you could mod in 10 more planets or 100 more planets or however many more you wanted. You could set the difficulty of them, how many, if they have a moon or an asteroid belt. So it's very flexible in that. So crushed stone, we have 22. I don't want to get this hole too much bigger, but I did want to get a little crushed stone, make some blocks with, so we can create a base and start plopping some things down. It's going to benefit us to have a little bit extra iron to throw in there as well. So this will bring back, I don't want to say memories, but absolutely makes you think of 7 Days to Die and all the augering that I do on there. Building those bases. It's very, very familiar. Okay, so let's check our blocks here. I think we picked up more iron than we did. Yeah, we did. We picked up more iron than crushed stone. That's okay. And I don't think you can mine these. Ooh, I can see through that block. Until you get the tier 2 drill. And then you're able to mine those. So now to find our way back to our constructor, which should be over this direction. So I remember running past that thing right there. So our food is going down quickly. We absolutely need to take care of that. Eventually, you know, we're going to have to keep an eye on our food. We need fiber. You pick up fiber from those plants. All right. So let's go ahead and eat some of this. Top our food off. We're going to stick that in there, and let's click on blocks. So we need a base starter block. Go ahead and make ourselves one of those. I'm going to turn this on. And it's telling me I'm probably going to turn that off because I don't think I followed that at all last time I played through. So we need dust. We need rock dust. Stick our base starter block in there. I can actually go ahead and stick this fuel or this oxygen generator down here in the water somewhere. So we don't really have a whole lot of excess fuel now, though with the Promethium resource nearby, we can absolutely go and get some of that. So if we press F, energy items, so we'll have to put our fuel in there. I think we had 5 packs. That's going to provide a bit of oxygen, but we don't need that now because, like I said, on this planet, I can just take my helmet off, and does not require any oxygen to breathe here. Okay, so we want concrete blocks. We need cement. So right here, we should be able to make a lot of cement with the few bit of stone that we harvested there. Right, stick that all away. Probably want to get our grow plots going eventually as well. So we can make a decent amount more of this, but let's see, how many does it take? Just 1 cement makes 1 block, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to make that any. It's alright. It'll cancel itself out when I reach the capacity there for it. But that's going to give us a good start. The starter block and the cement blocks. And we'll build a little base so we can start working on some more complex things such as the large constructor. Of course, this is pretty fast. This is pumping out pretty fast than this survival constructor, but we absolutely want to get the large one. We want to get a generator and some things like that going as well. So tell you what, let's go ahead and make a little bit more cement. Like so. Let's see, the base starter block. Where could we put it? Be neat to kind of have it hanging over the water there a little bit. So let's bring it up a little bit. I don't think there are physics on this game like on 7 Days to Die. I think the blocks. Okay, so new base starter block there. I think we could actually build it out over the water and let it hang, you know, without supports. Of course, it would look a little goofy. See, you know, I think I can just keep on building like that, and it would not matter. But I need to absolutely get on creating an assault rifle, some things like that that we're going to need to fight off. We'll be under attack at any given time now. I don't know that there's a set time, but I know that there are drones that will fly over and attack you from time to time, and so we want to make sure we prepare ourselves for that. So we're going to put a hold on this. Let's see, place a power generator on the base. Okay. let's look at some things that we can create here. Very important that we have a large constructor. Clone chamber. The water generator, we'll need that too eventually. But a small generator. We need metal components. We'll just take this one step at a time here. So one of these makes 2. Make a few extras here too. I think we've actually made the right amount, but we need a bunch of that. So we have that. We need 2 capacitor devices. So let's look that up here. Capacitor device, control device, computer, capacitor device right there. So to make this, I need 3 electronics and 3 cables. So make one of these pumps out 2. Okay, and then the electronics. Okay, now we can make the capacitor device, but I think we needed 2 of those. So, yes we do. We need 2 capacitor devices, so we'll do that. Should be able to pump out another one, yep. So I have 2 of those now. Let's look at the next thing, a reactor core. Alright, reactor core right there. Motor, which is right there. So we'll start out with that one. Cables and electronics. Boy, everything takes cable. Electronics. Only takes 1 electronics though. Nice. So there you go. Get that motor going. Reactor core. Pipes. We need steel plates for that. We'll go ahead and make a few of those. See, we're working on our iron ingot supply here. Of course, we did pick up some more. You remember a moment ago, iron ore that we can change into ingots. That's going to, be something we use a lot of. Of course, you can see that already, how much we're going to use. So there are our pipes. Of course, it's not showing that on here. What does it show? Yeah, okay, now it's upgraded. Cables. We'll make an extra one of those. And electronics. And metal components again. Yeah, so I should have just made a bunch of those to start out with. Get those made. Get this reactor core built. Alright, so reactor core. Now, generator. We need 2 control devices. What is that going to take? Control device. Might as well go ahead and make 2 of those because we're going to need them. Metal components. So we're going to need 1 more of these. So we need metal components, cables, and 2 electronics. Of course, I think 1 makes 2, but that's fine. We're going to probably need a lot more. Alright, so that is done. What else do we need? We need that extra control device. Didn't make it. Or the extra computer. Before I click on it, let me make sure. Yeah, computer 2. Alright. And this gets a lot easier, folks. Once you make the large constructor, if you have it in your inventory, it will automatically, you just click on this and it puts all the pieces together for you down here in Q and builds it. But starting out, you have to do this little by little. So we need 2 control devices. Pow, pow. And we're going to need more metal components and electronics. That's easy enough. Electronics. Nice. Get these pumping out. We should be able to create this bad boy right after that. There we go. Our Fisher Price, my first generator. Alright, so we're going to get that. We need a fuel tank. We have some promethium pellets here. You make these small fuel packs out of this promethium, so we should be able to fuel that for a little while at least. Keep it up and going. So for that we need 4 electronics. Let's go ahead and get those going. We'll throw this small generator in our inventory. So one of those makes 2. We actually already kind of had some there. Boy, I didn't mean to take that out. It's okay. Alright. So we also need metal components and cables. Easy enough. And we should be able to build ourselves a fuel tank. You know, I really need to get on weapons as well. I need to research the assault rifle and start making some bullets for that, because these drones are hard to take out with just a pistol, the starter pistol. It's not very powerful, and I have a decent amount of hit points. So the large constructor, we're absolutely going to have to build one of those to save us time, because right now this is very, very tedious to do it this way. So we don't even need to put the fuel tank or anything down right yet, until of course we you know, have something that we need to power, such as this large constructor. So let's work on it. So we need 2 computers, and for the computer we need control devices. 2 of those. We're going to need some more metal components. We're going to need a lot more of those actually. And electronics. So this should be enough to make a couple of these. I probably shouldn't have clicked on 2. I don't know how many that makes. Okay, it just makes 1. Alright, so the computer's taken care of. Control device. Get those going. Electronics. We need 5 of those. And metal components, cables, and we'll worry about the motor last. Metal components, cables. And we're going to need some pipes, and we already have the steel plates to make those, so we'll do 5. And then we're going to have to make a few more things, because it's going to, what we just made is going to take some of that to make the motor. So we're good all but the motor, and we have to have 2 of those suckers. Alright. So I'm not sure about the settings. Maybe there's settings and I didn't pay attention. I just pretty much left everything on default, though I think I did turn something that was on easy up to normal. Maybe it's the drone difficulty or something. So we need 2 of those. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have our large constructor constructing in the constructor. We're going to plop that bad boy down with the generator and the fuel tank. And pray that no drones come and take it out. We're going to have to defend that best we can. Best thing I can really do is start getting some levels done and get our tech tree unlocked and research some auto turrets to put on the base here. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. We need to exit this now. Let's find a nice little handy place to stick this bad boy. I don't really think it matters what side is what. I think you just kind of walk up to it and click on it, and we'll stick it right there. How about that? Okay, and it's about to be nighttime. Alright, let's shift this around a little bit. Little bit of this. We're going to need to leave ourselves room in the middle to walk around. Stick our fuel tank here. Can we move the fuel tank around anywhere? Oh, we can kind of turn it on the side. I think I like it better standing up that way, though. All right, so let's grab our fuel and turn this bad boy on. Matter of fact, what we're going to do, because we have the large constructor, is we're going to take everything that constructs anything out of this and put it into that one. And it's going to save us so much time. It's going to make things faster. So all of that is out. Got our fuel packs in there. I'm just going to drop all of these fuel packs in here because I'm not going to need oxygen anytime soon. Oh, here we go. Drones are on their way to attack my base. So ladies and gentlemen, let me stick all of this stuff in here because I don't know honestly how this is going to go. I may be able to easily take them down, or I may just get wrecked. I don't know what way they're coming from. Does it show me? Thought I would be able to see them coming in. Let's look at our map. Okay, yeah, so I don't know what direction they're coming from. I'll tell you what I can do. Probably the smartest thing for me to do is turn a light on, is to move away from my base, and hopefully they come to me and don't shoot onto my base. Boy, it's a shame. I feel like I wasted time. I did not have time enough to research or create the assault rifle, and now I'm scared to look away because if I can see it, oh, my effective range on this pistol, 69 meters, means that I'm going to have to eat some shots from these things depending on how many there are. This could get very ugly. Oh, it's Slimer from the Ghostbusters. Look at that. Thankfully, he's not aggressive. So I guess in all this time, maybe I could have researched the assault rifle. But then, not only would I have to create it, but I have to create ammo for it. Oh, there it is right there. Hopefully there's just one. Come on, let it be just one. I'm going to hide behind this tree. Better yet, let's hide behind a rock. And we're going to wait for him to get right up on us. And then we're going to unleash this pellet pistol on him, this BB gun. So there he is. Oh, that was very easy. A lot easier than I had anticipated. Now look at all that stuff we got from it. We got reactor cores, capacitor device, computers, 4 motors. Nice. Good stuff. Alright, well maybe Slimer from the Ghostbusters brought us good fortune there. So that's going to save us a big chunk of the process of having to create some of these things. The motors and capacitor devices and so forth and so on. We're going to take a bite of that. Alright, so now I'm not feeling so pressured to get that assault rifle created now, but we do need a food processor. So we can start making some form of food. I also need to get that clone chamber going. I think food processor is next on my list. So I'm going to take these blocks that I have created and we're going to extend this base down a little bit. Let's see what the best way would be to do it. Maybe out this way. And we'll fancy it all. Oh, there's Slimer from the Ghostbusters again, making kind of nasty noises. Extend it this way a little bit. Give us more room to work with. 1 block left. Okay. Make sure it's not going to fall down. I don't think there are physics on this game like 7 days or one of those. Stick this back in our inventory for the time being. Another thing I'd like to get is I would like to get storage. We could make a clone chamber right now in case we die. Well, the food processor is ready. Well, I thought it was ready. What did I do with it? Was that in here or was it over there? Okay, what am I missing here? Oh, I know. There it is. We have power. I was wondering, why isn't this thing crafting here? But it just needed to turn the power on. Press the old Y key. Y key. Alright, so let's throw our food processor down. Say right about there. Gives us a little extra space. I don't want to make things too clustered. We're going to run over here now and grab what little bit of food things, items that we had. And we're going to have to go out and do some hunting. Boy, that Slimer creature does not sound pleasant at all with his little noises that he's making. We could make ourselves a motorbike. Hey, buddy, you're not gonna slime me, are you? I hope not. I wonder if we can kill this sucker. He's making me nervous. Let's shoot him in his big red eyeball and see what happens. Oh, took you out, son? Got some meat from you? I don't know if I'd want to eat the meat that comes off of this thing. But, you know, meat is meat. Hey, I ate fast food, you know, so it couldn't be worse than that. Alright, let's throw all of this stuff in here that we might be able to use. So we can make some salami. And what I did learn a little bit of time I played is, you know, you could make ham or grilled steak, which sounds good, some spare ribs. But the salami, it gives the same amount of food, but the perish time is much, much longer on it. It lasts for a long time. So we'll go ahead and make 3 of those, and that's going to combat our food going down so quickly, because it really will, folks. Your food, your hunger on this game, it's a little like different than 7 days, you know. Your hunger doesn't go down quite as quickly. So a fridge, we need to make ourselves a refrigerator for the perishable items, and I think I have to research that. So let's click on base. Let's look. O2 station there. Of course, we don't really need that immediately. There's a fridge right there. So only 3 points. We have 39. Let's unlock it. There's a cannon turret right there. What type of ammo does it say it takes? 30mm bullets. Ooh. Those are probably costly to make. But it would at least make it so that we don't have to worry about our... Let's make this fridge first, and then we'll think about that and how we want to handle it. See how it makes all the stuff automatically for you if you have it in here? Like, it'll just make it out of the steel ingots or whatever, you know, iron ingots that you have that you need. Saves you having to make each little piece. So if you're a little worried when you're watching the first part thinking, it's too tedious, you know, making all of that stuff. Yeah, it gets easier. That auto constructor absolutely makes things a lot easier. So it makes the most sense to stick the fridge here next to the... Let's see, I think that's like the back of the fridge. This looks like the front. Right next to the food processor. We're going to go ahead and eat one of these salamis. Then we will take the honey, perish time, anything that has a perish time. We're going to stick it in this fridge for right now until I can kind of figure things out a little better. So all of that has a perish time on it. Fridge to keep it up. We're going to need more fuel. I need storage. I need some type of storage, and I need more cement blocks, and I think we can make some in here. Did I stick the... Yes, I did. I stuck the blocks in there. So let's make 20 more of these. Alright, so we're going to take these 20 blocks, and give ourselves a little more space here to work with. That looks kind of silly the way it hangs off, you know. Maybe eventually we can kind of... Oh, no oxygen. I must be standing in the water. Not good. Maybe we can make some pillars that go down and attach to the ground so it's not just levitating there, holding itself up magically. I do want to get some farm plots going as well, but right now I need to make a little bit of extra fuel. So, where are you at? There we are. We're going to make 10 more. 30. So, Promethium is going really fast, so that's going to be priority. Going and getting more Promethium pellets to create fuel with. Of course, the fuel is used for everything from the ships that you build on here to your bases to your oxygen generator. You know, all that stuff takes Promethium fuel. So we'll get that going and make sure we keep this topped off here. Oh, did I not take it out? I did not take it out. Or what did I do? I did. See here what we can do with this. So we can fill it up. Now let's look at storage. Let's take a look at our tech tree and click on base. And where are you at, storage? I know you are here somewhere. I was probably looking right at it here at the top. How about miscellaneous? Cargo box. That's it right there. Okay, only 2 points for that as well, so nice. Now, there's a lot of stuff on the tree here. You know, there's a lot of stuff to research. It takes a while to get all of that stuff unlocked. So now we're going to make ourselves a cargo box with the extra space that we have made here on this pad. Need to make a few and possibly label them. You know, it almost fit right there perfectly. Let's do that. Let's just stuff it right there. Alright, so these are all of our sprouts that we're going to need, and I need to plant that corn. I learned that the corn, I needed plastic for a base that I was working, or a ship that I was working on, and I was like, I don't get plastic, and I researched it, and yeah, it needs to, you need corn to do that with, so I don't really think we need a portable work light, no explosive devices, nor chainsaws. This motorbike is kind of useless, you know. I don't really see me using it anytime soon. Probably won't need the oxygen, though we can top off our oxygen here. A few tanks that we have. So cargo box doesn't hold a lot, but enough to get it out of our inventory. Look at the food's already gone down a little bit since we ate that last salami. So tomorrow shows up here that the sun's not coming up for a long time still, so we were nighttime for a long time. Let's look back at our tech tree and see if there are some essentials that we did not research. I'm not too concerned about the O2 station yet. I shouldn't need that, though I am going to need to go into the water to get seaweed. I think it was seaweed that I used to make biofuel with, so to get the biofuel to run the drill. So maybe we do need to go ahead and make an O2 station. And that's only 4 points, so it'll leave us with 30. Let's see if we can make that over here now. Okay, O2 station. Yeah, we certainly can. Might want to think about getting... Look at all of that stuff it had to create, though. Our resources are going to go right away. So we'll stick our biofuel back in our inventory here. We can make some lighting to put out and about. Hopefully you all can see well. I know I can see well here looking at the monitor. Everything is crystal clear for me. It's not like 7 days to die with the gamma and having to turn that up and all. So we could do a small O2 tank as well. Control device. Like That crafts pretty fast. Stick that in there. But we're going to need to go out and get some meat tomorrow. Let's see, we'll stick our O2 device. I'll line it up right there. Of course, it would be nice to be able to jump off the side right there. Tell you what, we'll stick it over here by the generator, and we'll stick our tank right next to it. Alright, we also had some oxygen tanks somewhere. Did I put those in storage? We did. Okay, so stick our oxygen tanks in there, and then we can click on that now and generate. Oh, look at that. Nice. Alright. I don't know if I really needed this storage tank or not, honestly. I think maybe it did. But anyway, let's go down here to the oxygen generator and just throw a few fuel tanks in it just to get a couple extra bottles going on. 4 should be enough, and we'll save the last bit. We'll always, can come back and fill that up a bit more. I tell you what, where's this quest thing? We're going to turn that off. I'm not even going to follow that. I think I have I've picked up the the gist of the game, and I kind of know where I'm going with it. So, parts, blocks, we're good on those right now. We could make an assault rifle and some 5.8 millimeter bullets. It might not be a bad idea just to have it. We certainly could have a lot more range on us by doing that. And we'll click on shift-click the bullets and see what each one will make that we're crafting here, because we're going to constantly get bombarded by those drones. Another thing I want to do is take some of this cement, build a tower up, and stick one of those turrets on the top, and then we can make the 30 millimeter bullets. So real quick, before I research that turret, let's see what it takes here. So 1 in construction queue makes 25 in output. Okay, that's good. So let's look at the base. Let's look at the cannon turret. Let's research that. Now let's see how expensive it's going to be to make this. Oh, see drones coming right now, so it's perfect. We have our assault rifle that we can throw on our belt. We already have some bullets. Some more bullets, 100 of them. It's not going to take many, and we can shoot that thing from a long ways away. So last time it came from the northeast, I do believe. So this cannon turret, let's get that going. And let's make 10 of those. Boy, we really just sucked our resources dry by doing that. It's okay. It's all going to be stuff that we need anyway. We have magnesium over there for the bullets, for the powder. We have iron there and promethium right across the way. Of course, I don't know if it's, I think it was on the other side of the mountain, so that could prove to be sort of a pain. But I think that drone came back from this way last time, because that's a rock that we hid behind. I hate to be in constant fear of these things, but the little bit that I did play, those drones would absolutely come in and just wreck your ships or your base, and kill you and so forth and so on. So I want to make sure I'm constantly aware of where they're at and where they're coming from all times. Oh, there are 2 this time. Okay, let's go back behind this rock again like we did last time. Save up our stamina for a moment here in case we have to run. Of course, this one's already in range. Well, they don't look like they're in range, but can they shoot me through the rock? Is that what they're doing? Oh, it almost landed on me there. I was so focused on killing him. I was a little confused there. I zoomed in, but it didn't look like I could zoom. Boy, they were just loaded down with good stuff, too. Beautiful. We'll slap all of that in the... So one thing that I you know, we held off on doing for a while on the server was we didn't take out the drone base initially. It got to be a little bit of a pain after a while, but initially we kept it there because, like you see here, you just constantly get resources. Now, you know, they can kill you, and they can destroy your base if you're not around, and, you know, I guess maybe they come to you. I'm not really 100% positive about that, but either way, they are coming from that direction. So what we're going to do, and this is pretty cool, I didn't learn this until a couple days into the game, is you can't see it, but there's this cool looking little drone here. And he can pretty much do anything that you do, but it's really for building large vessels. But we can build up this thing very high off the ground, like so. How many blocks do we have left here? So we're going to do it like this. And it looks pretty cool. You know, if you could see it, you'd understand what I'm talking about. It can be shot down. I know I shot old Crow's down, and he said that his... Oh, we're out of cement blocks. Let's make one more real quick if we can. Let's click on here. Concrete blocks. Why can we not do that? Do we not have enough crushed stone to make rock dust? We sure don't. Let's walk over here with our drill real quick. But come tomorrow, of course that won't be in this episode, I don't think. Come tomorrow, we're going to have to go and get some... Oh, look at this. Corn dogs. And they are actually corn dogs. Like growing out of the ground. You can eat those suckers too. Yep, my children see that. They will never eat another corn dog. Alright, so let's grind some of this stone down so we can get some rock dust. Have we had any fall? I don't think that we have. I think I need to dig in a little bit more to some of this. There's one right there. Don't want to be digging these giant holes all over the place, but you know, we have to do what we have to do because I absolutely need this stuff to build blocks with. I need it for a good many other things too, the rock dust. It's not just the blocks, the cement blocks, concrete blocks, but there's some other things that you need this for. So I don't know how long the despawn is on those blocks, so we'll just go around until we can figure all of that out, and we'll just pick that stuff up quickly. But this is the side of a mountain anyway, so it's not a big deal. If we dig into it a little bit, it'll be fine. It's fine. A little something like that. All right. Grind this down just a little. How much do we have? 48. All right. Well, that was like double of what we had last time, so that'll make a bunch of rock dust. Let's go back and do that right now. Let's get ourselves some rock dust. All right, rock dust it is. Oh yeah. Duffman. All right, here we go. Concrete blocks. Yeah, we only needed one more, but we'll wait till these are done. Stick them on our belt, and then we'll get the little drone going again. Oh, we didn't even need a drone. I could have just walked up to it and placed that. Alright, now we're going to need the drone. Let's get our cannon turret out. Let us press F5. And we are going to change, I think it automatically, you know, can maneuver itself around based on where the drones are coming in from. But we're going to do that, just like that. Now, in order for that to work, pretty sure I need to put an ammo box down. So let's look at that. I think I need to research that. Ammo box, ammo box. Miscellaneous small ammo box right there. Unlock. And create. Okay. While we have our... Tell you what, I want to keep this protected. Oh boy, I didn't mean to jump that far. I hate to stick this thing out somewhere where it's going to get hit. The drones absolutely will attack that. Maybe we can stick it up underneath this pad. Maybe that would be the smartest thing to do. That way it is protected. Oh. What, I didn't grab it? Did I leave it in the queue here? I sure did. Yeah, that'd probably be the safest place to put it, is under here. Because if this gets shot, blown up, then your gun has no bullets. As long as it's attached to this pad, I think, you know, your gun can reload. And let's look at this gun. Let's see. I think you can get into the gun, to the turret. I'm not 100% positive about that, but it seems like I was able to get in there at one point. I don't know if I can jump high enough to... I have to throw on the jump jet here real quick and see if I can jump up there. And oh, so you can get up in there. Look at that. Alright, so let's reload. Nice. Oh yeah, where's Mr. Slimer's buddy at now? And we'll take him out. Mm-hmm. Alright. Good stuff. Yeah, excellent. So now we have a way to defend our base. Let's check our fuel. We've only used one. We'll go down to... We're going to eat some of these corn dogs. Let's see. Let's make sure I can't mix that with anything else and make something good. Yummy. Nope. We're going to have to go out and get meat. That's all it, you know, really comes down to. We're going to need to grow our garden. Don't know if we're going to do that on this episode or not. Maybe we do. I don't see why we couldn't. And perhaps we could come off from this side to do it. How could I do this? You know something I need? I need this now. Tools, multi-tool. We need to make ourselves a multi-tool, and we need to make ourselves a multi-tool ammo kit. Where are you at, multi-tool? And multi-charge. That way, if I want to change a block, move a block, it's easy. Tell you what I could do, just give this one more block of space, and we're going to make some more concrete blocks as well. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. This multi-tool is pretty cool. You're able to, let's select it. So I can disassemble, deconstruct, upgrade, change and rotate, or repair an item. It's really good for that, you know, repairing little ships or if something gets attacked on the base. But you can also, this one is not very good at it. It takes the tier 2 to actually like click on this and deconstruct it and give it back to you in your inventory. And I'm not sure that's possible with all items, but we did not need that many multi-charges. So we're making ourselves some more concrete blocks. And I want to make, we're only going to have room for 2. Take our grow light, our growing plot. I think tomatoes and meat makes like a meat stew. But we're going to do the corn as well in case I come across an instance where I need plastic. I can make it out of that corn. Barren root. That has a perish time on it, so we're good there. And then we're going to need a water generator as well to go along with that. Stick that in the refrigerator. Let's take our concrete blocks out. 21 of those. Let's start our farming plot here real quick before we have to end this episode. So that's the end. We'll do one there, and then we'll take this and put it here. And if you right click with your block, look at that, you have all of these shapes, and they can be twisted and turned in so many different ways. But right now, for this case, we're going to stay pretty simple. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I don't know if I ever get the hang of this. What am I doing? What are you doing, Spartan? I'm trying to get this thing. There we go. Okay. Whew, that was more challenging than it should have been. Something that we did on the server here. Well, Crow did it first, and then I just kind of copied what he did because it looked right, looked like it would work well. So I think these grow plots will cover maybe a 3x3 area. I'm not real sure about that, but it doesn't matter right now. We only have a couple. We can change all of that stuff around if we need to. But there we go. Let's get our sprouts planted. We're going to go tomato right there. And the corn sprout right there. Alright, nice. So that's up and going. We covered a lot of ground in the first hour. You know, if I had to come in this blindly and not know anything about the game, I certainly would have taken a lot longer to do what I just did. But sort of a speed run first episode, some do's and don'ts, and kind of things that you can use on your own when you're playing this game. Next order of business on the next episode. Kind of want to start working towards some type of a vessel. Now I know a hover vessel. I created one on the server that could mine for me, and I don't know that it's going to be a while before I can get that because you know, you see here you have to be level 7, 8, 10, so forth and so on. But most likely next episode we're going to go out, check out the wildlife on the planet and do some hunting, gather a bit of meat so we can create some food, cook some food up. And I think we're good on weapons. Yeah, the base. We'll have to take a look through all of this too when we come back and see what the next step will be on that. But we pretty much unlocked and crafted everything that we needed to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Join me again for another episode here of Empyrion. And take care. I'll see you next time.